As promised, today is Music Monday. Right, so welcome back to... Oh, hello, you again? Do you want to say hi? Do you want to say hi to the camera? No? Well, we can tell them what today is. It's a Music Monday, which means we are reviewing an album, EP, song. Today it's an EP. It is T.Fernandez in My Poetic Feels. Check it out. It's atmospheric R&B, it's vibey, it's a mood. Like, I've been enjoying it. We actually did an interview for this, Behind the Music, which should be up shortly. I'll let you know how that one goes. And yeah, let's get into it. It's 8 tracks. Woo. It's got some collaborations on it. This one's a little bit different because usually it's my first listen or like my second or third. These I've been hearing for a while they were in the making. So this is a slightly different kind of review, but the whole project is out. It's all together cohesively and we're just gonna go through it. And I'll tell you what I love. Track 1 is Life Gets Better. I've just got my laptop with Apple Music loaded up. Amazon Music pay more than Apple, Spotify, YouTube, all of them put together, but I can't make that switch right now because I've got literally all my playlists on Apple Music. But Apple Music do pay more than Spotify and the others, so you know what? We're good for now.
Didn't mind you first of all. And after feeling unwanted and unloved, no one's hand to hold like a glove, most definitely defiant. Cause I wanted what we all deserve, fucking resilient.
Love that
And
bit.
if you get no one, not Neo in the Matrix, and life won't be brilliant.
I love that poem. Oh, gets me every time because it's so true. I mean, I don't know if we all want a life that is brilliant, but I for sure want a life that is brilliant. I've tried denying this. I've tried thinking maybe regular, regular, normal, stable, within the realms of what most people understand. It's just not me. It's not how I grew up. I'm so sorry. I was exposed to a different world far too early on and my horizons broadened. That's the best way I can put it. They just broadened.
All night, so many things on my mind. Something don't feel right. No words to describe how I feel inside.
Do you see what I mean? It's vibey. It's chill. It's bedroom R&B. I love it. Oh, sometimes when I'm driving on my ones, I'm just like, this is the vibe. It's the kind of track, the kind of EP that when it's on, I don't even want people to talk in the car. Like, don't. I'm just trying to vibe. That's what it is.
Don't wanna lie, I wait these feelings to go away. If that means my spirit fades away, gives me pain.
That bit there, I need these feelings to go away, even if that means my spirit fades away. T's a really good songwriter. She just gets these feelings and she puts them on paper. She literally writes with literally pen and paper and it's so cool to watch. Yeah, she hits the nail on the head every time because it's literally that. It's like I've got all these feelings. If I just make myself numb to them, then eventually all of me fades away too, because that's what makes me me. So I could take that away and it may be easier, but then I'm just like a boring outline of a human being, at least to me. Yeah, it goes back to the first track. We just want lives that are brilliant. We just want more. Can you blame us? And Scam came through with the production across all of this. So next up is High. High is... I love High. Ooh. You'll see why. Ooh, that rhymed.
Situation, pour a drink up and light it up. The comfort of intoxication.
You guys hearing those chords in the background? Ooh, dreamy.
You know the me I let you see.
Ooh.
There's no wasted time with you. 1 minute, and I like it. Like to get my high off you.
Queen of Melodies.
But all I know is want you round.
High, right? Damn, I've been there. I'm sure some of you guys have been there too. Like, there is someone that just takes you out of your mind and it's dangerous and it's intoxicating and it's a lot, and it feels like you have no control over any of it. They just make you do the most irrational things. You just feel like an addict. It takes a lot to get out of that, you know. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing. I just think it's a very precarious place to be. I think it's a very difficult line to toe, because you can make decisions that won't necessarily benefit you, all because you're putting this person and this feeling above everything. And at some point you need to take a step back and find some sort of objectivity in life, like you really do. And I feel like once you find that objectiveness, then it becomes okay, because you can manage that high feeling and everything else. We actually spoke about this in the interview we did for the EP, whereas it's like crazy in love, healthy in love. You can find both, you can manage both. It's just super hard. And I feel like it takes a lot, especially when the relationship starts off with that high feeling, with that intensity. Like, it's very hard to dial down the intensity so you can figure stuff out, and then have the intensity but in a way that isn't detrimental or hurting anyone, right? That's my take on it.
Same face, always for the same type. I need to fix, I'll start getting it right. I need to get it right, I need to change it up, I need to get it right now.
Right Now is a lot of people's favorites. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it's not that I don't like it, it's just my least favorite. It's not my exact cup of tea on the album. It's not my kind of R&B, essentially. That's just me. Having said that, looking at it objectively, because, you know, objectivity has been a theme. Objectively, it's a really good R&B track. Like, it is. If you're into that, if that's your kind of R&B, then you're gonna love Right Now, because a lot of people do. I've got a pop background, so I need a little bit more of that pop oomph in things. That's just me. But I can appreciate a good R&B track when I hear one, of course. Just like I can appreciate any good track when I hear one. This is probably one of my favorite intros. I love it. Just sounds like there's, you know, when there's like a tap that you just left open, it's like boop, boop, boop. I love that.
You say I got an attitude, I say this mood alludes to you not showing no commitment.
I love that bit. We spoke about this again in the interview. I love that bit because, oh my God. You know when someone makes you feel insane? Absolutely insane. Hi Kat, what are you doing in my room again? Okay, just as long as you don't come in front of the camera. And it's like, you've got an attitude. I don't have an attitude. I don't. I am... Oh, here she comes. I am reacting. I am reacting to your bullshit. You cannot sit in front of the camera. Come here. I am reacting.
What you wanted, paid up, you should know I'm not on it.
Whoops. See what happens?
This shit be getting old. Keep singing that different song, cause I am not the one, I am not the one.
Bro, do you know how many times I said I'm not the one for the bullshit and then I cycled right back round to it? I once saw someone say something, it must have been on Twitter, it's always on Twitter, and they were like, I'm done with this situation, but I'm not done with the person. Bro, mood. That was literally me. It was like, I'm not the one for the bullshit. I'm learning to stop entertaining the bullshit, but I'm still not done with you. Now we're getting into the last 3 tracks of the EP. These are my favorites. I always have like a triad that I love. Every single album, every single EP, there's always like 3 songs in succession that I'm like, oh, yes, yes, yes. That is my holy trinity. This is my holy trinity of In My Poetic Feels, okay? It starts with No Game, it then goes into Pull Down, and then Gravity. So, no games.
Floating,
Ooh.
always been floating around me.
You guys ready for this?
What you want, what you want, what you want from me? Friend zone into a new territory. Am I what you want? Am I what you need?
Ooh. Right, I said I was a pop fiend, right? You can hear the pop influence in that, so I'm sold. I am sold on No Games. This breakdown right here. Ah. Oh. Woo. You know I love it when people play around with like the electronic sounds. So good. So good. So good. No Games is so good. Pull Down. Ooh. Pull Down, yeah. It's the lyrics, it's the actual sound, the track is perfect. Intros again. Intros are a solid 10 out of 10.
4 a.m. in the morning, once again, I can't sleep.
I know that I can't stop suffering. Bro, like I said, Tamara actually she just gets it, and then she puts it down on paper as lyrics, and you're just like, oh, that was loud.
Try my best, you're the best, and my best for you.
Interestingly enough, try my best, you're the best, and my best for you. This song gets me not because I find myself in T's position. I'm on the other side of that. I've had that. Do you know what it is, yeah? It's taken me a long time to just be like, sometimes your energy is too much for someone. Because I've also been on the other side of that, where someone's energy, they are so good, they are so much better than me, they are so much kinder, so much more generous, so much more patient, so much more understanding, just everything. They work harder, they're so much more committed to their craft, do you know what I mean? Like, they put in the effort across, and I'm just like, damn, like, it can almost make you feel inferior. So I've been on that side where it's like, you are exactly what I want to be, but it's scary because I'm seeing how much I have to do to be like you. And now I'm looking at myself thinking, maybe I'm not enough of all these things. But at least for me, when that happens, I can recognize it happening. So I know that what's happening is that I want and I need to step up to be like this person. Otherwise, I'm the dead weight. I'm the one dragging them down. So naturally, you're also going to be that beacon of light for some people. And it then falls on them to acknowledge and recognize whether they want to step up too, or if they're just going to keep dragging you down by being around. And stepping up takes a lot of self-awareness and reflection, and honestly a lot of vulnerability, because you have to tell that person, you are so much better than me and I want to learn, I want to be better. And the thing is, to be better, it's not a solo effort, it is genuinely a group effort. That's what I'm learning. We try to do so many things alone, and you hit a ceiling with that. It only works to a certain extent. You are either going to have to step up, or you are going to be the dead weight dragging people down. And that's what Pull Down is all about. Tamara's taken that feeling and just put it into a song. And that's another thing, your dark days won't pull people down unless you're not trying to better them. In a platonic, in a friendship capacity, there have been people recently who, it's taken a lot out of me to be there for them, but we are friends and I know they are trying to work through it. I just understand that it's a very difficult moment for them. I 100% trust and believe that they will get out of it and they're working to move into a better place. But while they're doing that, they need support, otherwise it just slows down their progress. And it's hard. I reflected on this the other day, like obviously this is in a friendship capacity, but it is really hard to be a good friend. It is really hard to genuinely support someone when they most need it. Like, it's so easy to support people when they don't really need it, but on their darkest days, in their darkest hours, it's a lot.
Pull you down to, yeah.
The vocals in this are exceptional. Like, Tamara's vocals across this EP are exceptional.
You don't deserve to, I will pull you down to.
Does anyone else get that underwater vibey feeling? So it's like, I'm not just pulling you down, but we're drowning. Like, I love that. If she does a music video for this, I can see the underwater music video coming through, and like, you know, the little light leaks and ooh, so much room for creativity. We love it.
Not used to someone caring, showing me what's right.
Not used to someone caring, showing me what's right. It's hard when someone cares. Sometimes when you've been so used to people not caring for a long time, when someone does care, it's freaking scary. For me, I was used to people caring. That was my normal, that was all I knew, people caring, until I found myself in environments where people didn't care, and then by then it was too late because they made up the majority of my environment, essentially. Then it just feels like someone's pulled the rug out from underneath you, because it's like, wow, I went from being surrounded by people who cared to thinking that these people cared, because again, it's kind of like innocent until proven guilty. And then you think, wow, so is this the real world then, that people don't care? Have I just been living in bubbles? Which, yes, I'd been living in bubbles. The people I had interacted with who made up the majority of my world were actually the minority in the world. When I figured that out, my bubble popped big time. Now it's scary because anyone who does care now, I immediately feel like I don't know if I can trust you, because I used to trust so blindly. And then I was let down by all these people who I would have moved mountains for, who I would have given the world to. Do you know what I mean? Tomorrow's album EP is hard hitting.
Could you hear the forest true come to life? Pull you down to you don't deserve to. I'll pull you down to.
Just sounds angelic, right? The last track is Gravity. Gravity wasn't originally on the 7-track project, and then she added it on later, and when she sent it through to me, I was like, wow, like Gravity is beautiful, stunning, absolutely stunning track. It's the little things for me, you know, the intro was stunning, and then it was a little da 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 da, stunning. Oh, attention to detail sends me.
This feeling's all mine. I've been waiting. I've been waiting time to you. This time's of waiting on you.
I know you guys caught that vocal layering. I heard at least 3 layers. I'm not the producer on this. I haven't seen the mix. There's probably more, but 3 different vocal layers, and my heart. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but in the track, that little snarey sound you hear, it actually alternates between just that one little snare, and then the second one sounds like it's almost got a cymbal kind of like extended sound on it, and it's stunning. I love it. I know that's such a simple line, and it's so like everyone uses it, but only some people can make it sound magical. Like, you push, I pull. Like, it's just something so... Energies, you know, when they're just connected in the world, and like magnets, and like sometimes you repel and then sometimes they attract, and it's just... It's a lot. It's all the magic in the world is in this one track. Love it. So that was the EP. I'm actually a fan of shorter projects. I'm a fan of 6, 7, 8 song EPs, 11, 12 song albums. Like, that's just me. That's what I prefer. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see where the future of music goes. But for now, definitely check out In My Poetic Feels. Check out T's Instagram and Twitter. Keep up with everything that she's doing. And hopefully when shows are back and events are back, catch her at one of those. Let me know what you guys think as well. Like, if you do check out the EP, let me know what you think. You can hit me up on, I want to say Twitter, but I don't spend a lot of time on there. So hit me up in the comments here and we can chat in those. I've thrown away my phone pretty much. So YouTube is the place. It is the place. I'm now going to edit this. So have a good day, everyone. And I'll see you back next week, Monday, with another album.